guys, welcome to Khalida Vlogs, and today we are going to do how to get Exalted with Scryers and or Aldor. And the achievement is called Shatrath Divided. So you need to pick one. And I should note, I don't have it on this character. I didn't really see the point in all honesty, but oh crap, I forgot to mute my phone. There you go, guys. There, it's muted, it won't happen again. If you English, speak it. I speak it sometimes. If you get Exalted with one, and then go back and do dailies and work your way to Exalted with the other one, which means you'd have to get to Hated. You'll end up with Hated with the original anyway. You get a feat of strength called Hero of Shatrath. I may go for it eventually, but as of right now, I really don't see the point. Because you don't get achievement points for feats of strength. But hey, if you want some bragging rights, which really is what achievements boil down to anyway, so who am I to talk? Anyway, so getting Exalted with Scryers and or the Aldor. So they're essentially the same. You go to the same areas and you fight the same guys to get different types of drops. So you'll end up with both, I should note. You don't have to have picked one to end up with either. You'll end up with both as you run these areas. So we throw them in the guild bank, you can send them to an alt, you can throw them on the auction house. They don't sell super great on the auction house, but if someone's grinding them out, you can always try and spike up the cost a bit more. Anyway, so up to Honored for both, there are quests that you will get in Shatrath. And I should tell you how you start. So you go to Shatrath and you're going to talk to either Adal or Khadgar. And once you do that, Khadgar is going to send his little elemental minion around, and you're going to follow him around Shatrath. And he's going to explain the various factions. He's going to say how they got there and give you a little bit of history. And it's pretty neat. You do have to kind of walk around Shatrath with him, and he whispers it to you, so maybe move it to another window if you can. I don't remember if you can. It's been a while since I've done that quest. Anyway, so you're going to follow him around. He's going to tell you where everybody is, essentially. You're going to go back to the center and you're going to have to pick. In terms of what one faction offers that the other doesn't, they both offer the same kinds of patterns. They both offer enchants that are now obsolete, etc., etc. So really, at this point in the game, it's your own personal choice. Scryers are Blood Elves, and Aldor are Draenei, if I remember correctly, if that makes a difference to you. But you don't have to, like, Horde, you can go to Aldor, and even though they're Draenei, you can still do it in Alliance, same with the Blood Elves and Scryers. So up to Honored, there's quests that you can do in Netherstorm and Shadowmoon Valley, and they start in Shatrath. So once you pick your faction, you'll do a few quests around Shatrath, and then they'll say, okay, now go to... so some will take you to Terakar too, but go to these various areas and do the quest chains. And those quests will give you various rep depending on the quest. And every quest and hand-in you do will raise your reputation with the one you're working on, and it will also lower your reputation with the other. I should note that, I should tell you now. It's not like you can work them both up from neutral, like one is going to be going down as you're grinding the other one back up. And also up to Honored, you can collect either Firewing Signets for Scryers or Mark of Kil'jaeden for Aldor. And the first quest is to turn in 10, and then after that you can turn them in packs of 10 or in singles. And the base rep for the 10s is 25, base reps for the singles is 20. And that's not including any rep bonuses that you get from either your guild or your race. It doesn't count. And those drop in Terakar Forest, Nagrind, Netherstorm, Shadowmoon Valley, and in the Tempest Keep instances, some of them. No, I'm sorry, that's a different one. I'm looking at the wrong point. Okay, I'm sorry. They drop in Terakar Forest, and if you're lucky, you may get some from various ones in Nagrind. My suggestion to you, if you're grinding Scryers, go to Firewing Point to get them. If you are Horde, there are 2 camps here. Actually, they're just kind of north of Auchindoun. They're just up in here. If you're going for Aldor, go to the 2 different camps to get the Marks of Kil'jaeden. And then once you get to Honored, you can still collect them, but you can't hand them in anymore. You stop being able to hand them in at Honored. So to get to Exalted, your stacked turn-ins for Scryers or Sun Fury signets, and for Aldor, they are the Mark of Sageras. And those, again, if you turn them in groups of 10, you'll get 250. If you turn them in Signal, you'll get 25. That's the base. That's not counting any rep bonuses that you may have. You turn them in your individual, either Aldor Rise or Scryers tier, and you get the Mark of Sageras or the Sun Fury signets in questing in Netherstorm, getting them in Shadowmoon Valley, Tempest Keep instances. Aldor, you can get them. There's a place in Blade's Edge Mountains where they drop, and you can also grab them in Isle of Keldanos. Now, there's also single hand-ins, and these items are pretty rare. For Scryers, they're the Arcane Tomes, and for Aldor, they're the Fell Armaments. And the best place to get those, same as where you get, it's the same as you get, but they're just, as you get the other ones, they're just a rarer drop. So Netherstorm, Shadowmoon Valley, Tempest Keep instances, Isle of Keldanos, and Terrakar Forest. And those ones, there is a quest to do it originally, and that'll give you a little bit more rep, and then the subsequent turn-ins. And they only hand in with 1, but they'll give you 350 base. So that's it, yeah. So once you get one of them to Exalted, you will get the achievement Shatrath Divided, and if you decide to grind your way back to Exalted with the other one, it's a grind. You're going to end up being hated with the other faction by the time you're done. So go to the very base of the opposite faction. So if you're Exalted with Scryers, what you would do is you would go to the base of the Aldor Rise, and you're going to get a quest to turn in 8 Dread Basilisk guy, and I think the opposite is Dread Venom stacks, and you just have to turn them in stacks of 8 over and over and over again until you get neutral with the other faction. And then you can grab the quests in Netherstorm or Shadowmoon, you can grab the either the Firewind Signets or the Mark of Kil'jaeden and work your way back up to Honored and do it all over again. And again, that doesn't get you an achievement, but it does get you a feat of strength called Hero of Shatrath, which goes under this lovely area here. You don't get points, you get bragging rights, which really, what are achievements anyway but bragging rights? So, hope you found that helpful, guys. Like and subscribe if you feel so inclined. Have a beautiful day.